Now let's talk Teslas. Did you see this ad running during the Super Bowl? It caught a lot of people off guard.
Tesla full self-driving will run down a child in a school crosswalk, swerve into oncoming traffic, hit a baby in a stroller, go straight past.
Now that ad talked about the dangers of Tesla's self-driving system. Dan O'Dowd's The Dawn Project helped to fund that ad. For years, O'Dowd has warned that Tesla's technology isn't ready for prime time, and just this week, more than 300,000 Teslas were recalled because of that technology. Dan O'Dowd joins us now live to talk more about this issue. Thanks so much for being with us. You know, it's a lot of money to get a Super Bowl ad on the air. Why is it worth it to spend it on this issue?
Well, this is a very serious problem. In general, we have these self-driving cars. They're completely controlled. The computer can turn the steering wheel, can hit the brakes, can accelerate. It has control over the car at all times. And we've seen many failures. We started doing our own testing. We got a car, we put it out in there, we started seeing what it would do. The most shocking is we created a small child-sized dummy. We put him in a school crosswalk right across from a school, and we pulled him across the road, and we had a Tesla coming down that road. Not a full self-driving Tesla. This is their software for doing self-driving, and we just let it go, and it didn't see the dummy, didn't see the child, just wouldn't stop, just ran right through. We tried experiment after experiment to try things. It goes past school buses. The ad demonstrates the most serious problems that we saw, which are very serious problems. You know, weaving back and forth across the yellow line on a mountain road when cars can be coming the other way. It's amazingly terrible software.
So you're in the software business, Green Hills Software, something you founded in 1982, been very successful in that business. And there are some people online that claim the reason you're so passionate about this when it comes to Teslas is you want to bring down their technology and help your own technology. What do you say to those critics?
Well, you know, it doesn't matter how many times I seem to say it, they don't seem to understand. We don't make self-driving software. We don't do anything like that. We help people write software. We do sell to Tesla's competitors, but we don't make software. I imagine sort of a tire company. Tire company sells to GM, it sells to other companies. The tire company isn't a competitor to Tesla just because it sells to General Motors or Toyota like we do. We sell them components. They write all the software for the self-driving, and we don't do anything like that.
Obviously, this idea of self-driving cars is something that not just Tesla is experimenting with. Where do you see the future when it comes to self-driving cars, and is there a way to do that safely?
Yes, and in fact, it's a reality. The really bizarre part of all this is that Tesla's full self-driving is by far the worst. It says you have to have a driver there at all times. It might do the wrong thing at the worst time. The driver has to be there to save it all the time when it's doing something crazy. But in San Francisco right now, there are hundreds and hundreds of driverless taxis. There's no driver in them. It does it all by itself. Last weekend at the Super Bowl, there were driverless taxis picking people up and delivering them to the Super Bowl. Driverless cars are actually out there right now in San Francisco, shortly in LA. Google/Waymo just got approval to do this in Los Angeles. You'll be able to get a Uber-like service, but there's no driver.
And Las Vegas is working on that as well, I understand.
Yes. Austin, Phoenix.
And do you think those are safe? Do you think that's a good idea?
Yes, I think they are. They've shown they could go tens of thousands of miles without having a problem. There have been no fatalities. This is going to work. Eventually, this is going to work. They're also doing it very slowly. Tesla rolled out to 400,000 people. Waymo and Cruise did it to a few hundred vehicles, not to thousands of civilians. I mean, that's what it's being delivered to. It's broken software. It doesn't work, and they're delivering it to customers for $15,000.
Dan O'Dowd, founder of the Dawn Project. Obviously, the folks at Tesla dispute a lot of that, but we appreciate you sharing your perspective here tonight. Thanks so much for coming on.
All right, thank you.
Still to